Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you just so happen to be joining me for the very first time, thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Donella, and of course this is my world of makeup here on YouTube. To my loyal subscribers, I do apologize for the long lapse in how I upload my videos. You guys know for the last couple of months, we are now in July, it's been really depressing, you know, when you read certain headlines that make world news. You should be familiar with the Black Lives Matter movement that's happening globally. It started off as something small in just the United States of America, but now it has actually gone global. One of the things that actually caught my attention, and I've been focusing on quite, you know, I'm actually like eagle eye on that page right now, is a page that Sharon Shooter of Uma Beauty created. It's called Pull Up for Change. Actually, it's called Pull Up or Shut Up, which is actually challenging corporate America to release the numbers that they have of their black employees on the executive level. So that's, if you want to actually read more about that, if you have Instagram, if you have Twitter, you can actually read more about the organization, what it stands for and what it's supposed to do. So I really don't want to spend too much time on that, talking about that. I really want people to do their own research, read their own things, you know, make your own determinations, make your own decisions on what you want to do with regards to how you plan to approach things going forward. Some persons say that, you know, you live down in the Caribbean, so it doesn't impact you directly. In some ways it actually does, because at some point we actually have to travel outside of our waters. So I like to be in the know and know about what's happening globally, and you know, so I don't actually have to be wondering, you know, what's going on, what's happening here. I don't understand. I really don't. I don't want to spend too much time talking about that, you know. It's just so depressing, and I know you guys could actually use the distraction. I myself can actually use the distraction. So I created this really nice simple tutorial that is like summer friendly. The colors didn't actually turn out the way I wanted them to. I'm thinking of doing a part 2. But I might actually have to drop it in between my smoky series, because this video is actually supposed to kick off the smoky series, but I really wanted to do something that was fun, and something that was fun. And you know, considering the fact that we're now in summer, I always try to do some sort of tutorial that has to do, you know, with the whole summer vibe. So I'm going to have a second video to this, you know, once I get the colors that I'm actually looking for. I'm actually hoping to get, once I get the colors that I was actually looking for, because yeah, this one was a real letdown with the product that I was hoping for. This one was a real letdown, and I have no words. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look that I'm currently wearing, then please stay tuned. Okay, so I already prepped my skin. I actually prepped my skin using the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, and I also went in with a bit of my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm trying to cut off certain parts of this video only because I really want to show you guys exactly my new routine. Now that it's summer, I know things are very different in 2020, but for those of us who actually enjoy makeup, you know, we still want to go in and do whatever we need to do to help our skin, you know, persons who have oily skin, to help our makeup to last throughout the course of the day. Then, you know, here's a nice summer tutorial that I just want to walk you guys through as quickly as possible. So I'm thinking of using this foundation in this tutorial, this one here from Shiseido, the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation that is oil-free. I would have done a review on this some months back, and I said I would have tried it again during the summer months to give it a nice wear test. Although this is not going to be a wear test video, I still really want to see if it actually matches my skin really well now that I've gotten a bit darker. So let me just give it a couple of good shakes. Okay, so let me just twist that and give myself about 1, 2, 3 pumps. I think that would be enough. If I remember correctly, I only needed 3 pumps. Well, we'll see. We will definitely see how well this holds up. Oh well, there's 3 pumps hold up. I don't believe I would need anything more. It still matches my skin perfectly. I just want to see exactly how it's going to look when it dries on completely. Yeah, I think 3 pumps is enough. I don't need any more than that. I'm actually going to go in with 2 concealers. I'm going to go in with 2 concealers. I'm first going to go in with this one from Too Faced, the Bond This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is actually going to, I'm actually going to just cover up the darkness under my eyes right here real quick. And add a little bit right here, and then a little bit right here. So let me just let that dry down for like a minute. Just come backwards from 60 until it dries down. It is up. I'm going to start off by blending in this that is right over my Cupid's bow, and then gently go up to blend this out that's underneath my eyes. After that, I'm going to go in with the corresponding concealer. This you see, this is the Shiseido concealer. This one, did this have a name? Listen, the rating on this is so tiny, right? I'm going to put the information down in the description box. So let me just use this to highlight my face. And this little one right here takes up a lot of product. I don't even think I have to go back in again. Nope, I don't. Close this back real quick, and then we're going to go in with a sponge immediately after, and then just start blending out the edges first, and then blending out the rest of the concealer. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with this MAC powder first. This is the soft yellow, the MAC Studio soft yellow powder. I'm going to go in with that first, just to set everything in place, and I'm not going to use a lot of this. I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of it, just like that, in the areas where I would have applied my concealer. I'm just going to just press it in real quick. So just like that. Just going to press everything real quick. I'm going to go in with both my Fenty powders, both the banana and the honey, and I'm going to put a bit of the banana right. I wonder if I could talk this through. I'm wondering if I could talk and do this at the same time. I think I can. I'm gonna put a bit of the banana right here and right there. Just going to spread it across just like this. This is for my oily skin girls. If you have a problem, this tutorial right here is especially for my oily skin girls. Trust me, if you have oily skin, you need as much powder as you can during the summer months. So I'm gonna pack a bit of the banana. I'm not going to leave it on too big. I'm actually going to press the banana powder in. Take just a little bit. Listen, a little bit of this Fenty powder goes a long way. Anybody who owns this powder know exactly what I'm talking about. So don't go crazy. And then you wonder why it looks a bit cakey. It's because you probably used too much. So that's the banana. And then I'm going to go in immediately after with honey. I'm actually going to use what's in here, what's in the cover, because I think this would actually be enough. And I'm just going to press this right here. Actually, I think I need a little bit more, so I just dipped it one more time in the jar itself. I'm gonna add a bit of honey right here, some right here, and some right here. Let me just spread it across nicely so I can get that nice highlight that I'm looking for. I make a little mess up there, but I'll clean it up when I'm done. I just want to make sure I spread this. I'm always training myself to look at the mirror in front of me when I could actually just take up a hand mirror, but it's okay. It is quite okay. And then after that, I'm not done with my powders yet. I'm actually going to leave that on to bake just for a little bit, maybe like a minute or two. And then while I'm baking, while this is, you know, setting in place, I'm going to go in with another powder. This one is a Black Opal True Color Soft Velvet, or is it Velvet Soft? Soft Velvet finishing powder. This one is in the shade dark, right? Yeah, dark. Because the other color is actually too dark for my skin's complexion. So I go in with dark, and I'm just going to take this and press this. I'm going to start from my jawline and press this into my skin like this. Just going to keep going in in the areas where I wouldn't have applied the setting powder, I'm actually just going to apply the soft velvet black opal powder in the other areas. So I'm going to apply a bit right here. This is why I applied this over my hair, because I didn't want any powder to get in my hair and then start looking all kind of cakey and all kind of crazy. I'm going to put this over here as well. No, I haven't applied my contour or anything yet, but I'm still actually setting the foundation in place. Now, some persons think that you can put powder over cream or cream over powder. Yes, you can. All you need is a good blending game and you're good. All right, so let me move on to the eyes real quick. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to allow this to bake down some more, or bake some more, I should say. And I'm just going to create something real quick, something nice and cute, you know, for the summer on my eyes. So let me just think of which palette I want to use now. Okay, so because I said I wanted to do an orange lip, I can't go too crazy on the eyes. So I'm thinking of using, by the way, this is my Juvia's Place Masquerade mini palette. I'm thinking of using Cairo, which is this reddish brown shade, and it has like little freckles or little specks of gold in it, and maybe top it off with a bit of Casablanca. I'm not sure. All I know is that I want to use Burkina, which is this light brown, which is this brown shade right here, as my transitioning color. Yeah, let's do that. Normally, yeah, let's do that. Let me start off with Burkina. Actually, what I need to do is prime my lid. That's what I need to do. Okay, so take two. Let's go back in with Burkina and use that as our first transitioning color, or maybe the only transitioning color. I'm not sure how I want to do this. All I know is that I just want to create something simple on the eye because I'm going to wear a popping orange lip. I think I want to add just a little bit of depth, so I'm going to add a little bit of Zulu also in the crease area. Alright, so I just went ahead and completed this eye. Somehow the colors that I use, they're looking a little bit too red than how I actually anticipated the look would come out, but it's okay. We already did that, so let's just continue. So I'm just going to go over the colors I use. I'm going to go in first with this brown shade right here, Burkina. Sorry, this one right here, Burkina. I'm just going to use that as my first transitioning color. I'm going to go into Zulu, which was my second transitioning color, using the same brush. And because I wasn't getting the type of depth I was looking for from Zulu, I went in with Fulani, which is this deep shade of brown right here. And I'm just going to dip this side angle brush right quick in here, and then I just tapped it right here on the edge. Shade I wanted to use on my lid. And this is when I realized that things were looking just a little bit too red, but that's okay. I went in with Cairo, so I actually placed Cairo underneath. I went in with this gold shade right here, which is called Casablanca. I added a bit of that over Cairo to give it more of that golden color that you see on this side. Tap that in, and I think that's where I got the most fallout. Like I have a lot of fallout over on this side. It's really from Casablanca. I was trying to just tap her on, and she's one of those colors where you actually have to blend like this, but I didn't want too much to come out at once, so I was tapping it on first, and I realized I actually had to like swipe it. After that, that's just all the colors I used. On my eyes, I went in with my MAC black paint pot and just line my eyes and pop some lashes. So now that I'm pretty much done with the eyes, it's time for me to go in again with a little bit more powder. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, around the summertime I don't really play with the sun when it comes to my makeup, so I'm going to go in again with my black opal soft velvet powder in the shade that, and I'm just going to add some right here. I'm just going to press it into the skin. And then I'm going to go in with my contour. I'm going to go in with this one from Prime Beauty. This is the shade Bronzeville. I'm going to take honey once again. Yes, just because I had a bit of, I kind of brushed away most of the honey powder. So I'm going to go in once again and press some more of the honey powder right here. I'm going to go in with the sponge that I used to apply my foundation. And I'm just going to press that in. I'm not going to bake again. I'm going to press it immediately into my skin, just like that. Highlight, I went into this highlight from my Black Radiance palette because it has more of a like a coppery undertone, and because I'm going to finish off everything with the orange lip, I just felt like that was the best highlight for me to use. I'm also going into my Beauty Bakery Coffee and Cocoa palette, and I'm taking this orange shade Antidepresso, just add a bit. I'm actually going to be using Antidepresso as my blush for this look, so I'm just going to add a bit of it between my contour and my highlight, you know, just to amp things up a bit. The master of the ceremony, if you want to call her that. Where's the orange lipstick? I saw her. Yes, this is the orange matte lipstick that I want to apply to finish off this look. This is, does this shade have a name? They normally have a name. You know what? If I find the name of this, I can put it down in the description box. But it is a nice, I'll make sure I get enough on my hand. This is the shade of orange. It almost looks like a peachy orange. So I'm not, it looks different on every complexion, of course. So I'm just going to apply this to finish off the rest of the look. Brown from my double-ended pencil will probably be the best shade of brown to use for this. Let me just give her a couple of, you know, just give her a nice little fat point. You know, she's not really pointy. Let's go in with the matte shade of orange. Wow. Okay, so I'm applying this in layers, so this might take a while. So let me just finish this off camera and I'll be back real quick once I've completed the entire thing. So where's this orange lipstick I was just raving about that I really wanted to try? Listen, the lipstick didn't work out because when I tried to apply it, there was so much separation. Like when I did this, the whole thing just went on the top lip and then disappeared from the bottom lip. So I actually had to apply, in order for me to actually had to apply a bit of my Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Fighter. This is how I actually got the shade that I'm wearing right now. This is just literally separating every single time I took it off, because like, okay, maybe my lip needs to be a little bit more moist, so I added a bit of this, you know, just to make sure that, just small, but just to make sure that my lips were nice and conditioned. The thing just kept separating every single time. So I was like, nah, this ain't working out. This ain't working out at all. My mouth actually feel kind of dry now because I've been wiping, trying to get this thing to work. It doesn't work. It didn't come out how I wanted it to come out. Sorry. But anyway, you know what? I'm just going to finish off my face. I'm not going to spray this on my face because this, I realize whenever the Boscia setting spray comes down, like when it's almost done, it comes out really weird. So I'm going to spray it on my sponge and set my face like this. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spray it on my sponge and then dab it into my skin. I feel like that's going to work much better than we spray it directly on my face. So I'm just going to lift some of this powdery look so I don't look super powdery. And there we are. We are done with our summer look. Alright guys, so this is the final look. This didn't turn out the way I wanted to, so I think I'm actually going to do another tutorial actually getting the orange lip that I wanted, so I may have to choose another brand's orange lipstick. There's one from Milani that I know I have, right, but I can't find it at this moment. If I could have found it, I would have actually switched out with that one from the Too Faced. This was just a complete failure. First of all, it wasn't the shade of orange I expected, but each shade looks different on every you know, complexion, but I didn't actually expect it to separate that much. But I should have known just from the way it swatched that it was going to do some kind of separating nonsense. So I'm disappointed in that, but nonetheless I actually completed a look. And yeah, I'm going to be doing like a part 2 of them, implement the orange lip look that I was going for. So this is what we came out with. I'm still liking it, I'm still loving it, but it was not what I was looking for. Anyway guys, thank you guys so much for being here with me once again. You know, considering the circumstances, I'm sure all of us can actually use the distraction. Social media has been yeah, it's been really crazy. So thank you guys so much for being here with me once again, and I'll talk to you guys real soon on my Smoky series. Yes, I'm going to start that from next week. I'll talk to you guys real soon on my next upload. Bye bye.